Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words. From 2011. In Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine, you are Captain Titus, a Space Marine with huge fucking trousers. A Space Marine of the Ultramarines chapter and a seasoned veteran of countless battles. Yes, guys, I'm taking you back again on a retro review. We're going back, guys. I hear you saying, Mac, take me back, Mac. Take me back to when games were great. Let's go back 10 years. 10 whole years, guys, when the world was sane and games were just great. Oh, yeah, we're going back, guys. 2011 here. And do you know what? Not all games were great back then, but you can see when you play this, little bits of shit coming into the games that are now prevalent in the gaming industry. But back then they were just kind of worming their way into games. But you can also see something else. You can also see just how bloody good games were back then. And Space Marine is an excellent example of a game that it didn't do great back in 2011, but it had some stiff competition in 2011. But even so, it didn't do great. If this game was released now with obviously modern graphics in the state that it is back in 2011, you'd be looking at 9.5s out of 10, probably 10 out of 10s. That's how good this game is. So let's get on with it. Let's see what you do and how I thought of it. So you play as Captain Titus, a Space Marine of the Ultramarines chapter. Now, I don't understand I don't know what that means. I just see the Games Workshop in the shopping mall and everybody seems to have blue-haired girlfriends in it. That's all I know. So, you know, if I get some kind of shit wrong with the lore, that's my ignorance. Okay, so yeah. So you play as Captain Titus and he's called down to a planet. The planet is called... and he's there because the Orcs have taken over, guys. So he comes down with his two mates. There's three of them all together, and they're all voiced brilliantly, I have to say. In fact, you know what, the story's good as well. I was kind of, yes, I'm in on this story. So you're progressing through the story and you have to fight the Orcs. Now the Orcs are brilliant in this game. One word of warning though, don't take a shot every time an Orc says Space Marine, or you will end up in hospital.
Space Marine! You trying to steal my Titans? Steal my loot? I'll rip your guts right out your throat!
Now in your arsenal to combat the infestation, and it bloody well is an infestation of Orcs, you have your basic pistol, you have like a machine gun bolter. It's not a machine gun, it's a bolter gun. You have like a bit of a shotgunny and a sniper rifle-y kind of thing. But all of these guns get swapped out and swapped back constantly through the game. As you get further into the game, you will get other different weapons that will use them weapon slots, and you can decide what you are going to take into the next area of the game. If you get your ass kicked, you will respawn back where you could make that weapon choice and say, yeah, I'll take this gun this time. So that's brilliant. You can do all of that in the game. And by the way, you will die. Even on normal difficulty, this game can kick your ass in 2 shots. There's some of the fucking enemies that are lethal in this game. Not only are they hard to hit themselves, because the AI is pretty decent, they will jink around. They don't just run at you like pricks. They jink around a bit, especially the ones that have guns. And some of the heavily armored ones with big melee weapons will cleave you in half, guys, in a couple of shots. So you have to be very careful and on the ball. But coming back to the weapons, you've got all these different guns for different ranges. So as the enemies running towards you in their swarms, you can start opening up with your weapons and trying to keep them back. Well, that's not strictly true, because as you get more and more kitted out with weapons, you secretly want them to get past your bullets. You can sometimes even purposely miss them. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed. Come on, a bit closer, get a bit closer, get a bit closer. Oh, I missed, I'll use that as well. Get a bit closer. Oh yeah, there's about 10. There's about 10 about to get in melee range. Because guys, that's when this game really takes off. When you pull out your big fucking melee weapon. And my goodness, guys, in this game, you've got a chainsaw, a big fucking battle axe. But guys, nothing compares to the two-handed fucking blue glowing hammer that you get later on in the game. My goodness, it is insane. You just swing that around, and anything that gets in the way, well, they're going to have a very bad day. Not only that, guys, but you will also get a jetpack later on in the game. Now, you don't have the jetpack much in this game, but the times you have it is fucking amazing. Just flying around in a jetpack and crashing down on top of a bunch of orcs, stunning them all. They don't know what day it is. And then you just pick the hammer up and just wreck them with it with a takedown. It's just beautiful. The combat feels so weighted. It's just everything, every hit just feels like a whack. Yes, that really made contact with his face. It's just brutal. Absolutely fucking brutal. The guns sound and feel meaty. The gunplay is excellent in this game. You can zoom the weapons in, because if you don't, they'll just spray all over the place. But handy when they're right up close, just blasting away with your weapon. But for them precision shots, quickly switch to a ranged weapon, zoom it in, and boom. Absolutely brilliant. The thwack as the bullets or lasers hit the enemy, the screams of the enemy. The orcs are brilliant. The orcs are, in fact, you know what? All the enemies in this game are very believable because of the way they act, the way they talk. The way the enemy is in this game is very believable because they're quite intelligent. They have personality. They ooze personality. The orcs are just hilarious. The stuff that they say, they run at you, they scream at you, they get so angry at you, they sometimes run away from you as well. They feel like an enemy that are alive when you're playing it, and that's credit totally to the development team. They've thought long and hard about the enemies. They haven't just thrown enemies in like you get in games today. I mean, I can't help but compare the combat to Outriders that I played the other day, and how soulless that is compared to something like this. It's like night and day when you compare. This is why I'm such a harsh critic of modern games, because I can see how modern games have just gone down the shitter, and it's just sad that people just give them a free pass all the time. I think it's fucking disgraceful, to be honest. But anyway, back to this game. The combat is absolutely sublime in this. It's fantastic. My only criticisms of the combat are the takedowns. When you stun an enemy, you can finish them off with a finishing move, which is quite important because you get health back when you do that. But it's an animation that you can't break, and you are vulnerable while you're doing that. And a few times I've taken a lot of damage by doing a takedown shot. So you have to be careful, time your takedowns, do them at the right time. You also have a Fury mode, which is brilliant. It's this like horseshoe shape at the bottom left. When that's full up, you can activate Fury mode, and you kick ass in Fury mode. It has different levels, but basically it heals you, it slows down time, and just makes you look an even badder ass than you already are, if that's even remotely possible. The game is a little bit clunky. The turning when you're sprinting is a little bit off, but the worst thing of the clunk is when you're trying to interact with mobile guns, which thankfully is hardly ever in this game, but a couple of times that it did happen, you have to be just in the right spot to hit that use key. So it's just a minor gripe, but in the interests of fair play and balance, I do have to mention that because it was something that pissed me off when I was playing. Everything else though is just glorious. The story's good, the voice acting's good, and the combat is just sublime, guys. As the game goes on, the enemies get tougher, guys. As the story progresses, you start fighting Chaos Marines and these like devil things, and they can ruin your day in no time at all. But you're also an even badder ass. As if your ass couldn't get any badderer, it gets really bad as you're getting on. You come in with the biggest fucking ass you've ever had, and you need that big ass, guys, because only a big ass can take down their big asses. So it becomes a battle of the... What are you talking about? It just gets a lot harder, guys, but it's still good fun. So there you go, guys. That's Warhammer Space Marine. It came out 10 years ago. It's a really good game, really good combat. You'll have a blast playing this. Way better than most of the games that come out now. Not all, obviously, but it's way better than the vast majority of these AAA games. You'll not find any X-ray vision in this. You'll not find any hand-holding in this. You'll not find any bullshit in this, guys. It's just a really pure, brilliant